Hey guys, welcome to the first cookie chat in what feels like a long time. Hell, maybe it hasn't actually been that long, but it certainly feels like a long time to me. Well, it's been about a week. Oh well. um, so lots happened since my last one. First, before we get into that, let's start with popping wrinklers because I think I can get my 200th prism. Oh, really close. Might get it by the end of this episode if we get some good cookies. So, I'll start with channel news. I've been doing some FTL runs. I've really just been procrastinating doing more. Where is it? Alien? Because I got stuck on that one part. Finally figured out where to go, and I lost because I shot a guy who wasn't an enemy, but he was running at me, and I just killed another guy. So, don't run towards a firefight if you don't want to get shot. Basic stuff. Um, I've been meaning to get to it. I'm probably not going to get to it tonight. Work has been pushed back an hour for winter hours are over, so it's hard to keep motivation up to do that stuff. But I'll get to it. I have a day off coming up. Gonna make myself do it. I got a new duel going up. It's the new Yu-Gi-Oh ban list came out, and it hit Cleafort's probably the second best deck right now. Pretty hard. Why did I just Google Yu-Gi-Oh? It hit it pretty hard. So Connor and I were trying the new format just to see how bad it was, or how much it changed, because Cleafort's the deck that was hit pretty hard against Shadows. It's like not even close to fair. But now it's actually Shadows have the advantage because they don't have all this ridiculous stuff they can do. Um, so that's really nice. Really, really nice. I enjoy that. What am I looking for? Probably just keep it here. At work right now, things have been getting awesome. One day I came into work, and it was like right after a day where my boss was just being a huge bitch. She was on me for everything. And I come into work one day, and she says, "Oh, by the way, Lisa's the new boss next week." And I don't know what you wanted me to say, like good or "Oh, I'm so sorry you're leaving." So I just said, "Okay." Like, totally neutral response. Like, I just said okay, like she was just telling me something really not important at all. Oh, and it's such a huge, like, so we're getting the manager from a smaller store, and she's going there. I think of all the stores in town, ours is the top of the food chain. It's the one you go to, like, when you're pretty much the top of your department, pretty much. And the one she got sent to is almost at the bottom. And Albertsons doesn't really fire managers. They kind of just demote them through the stores. And if they get to the very bottom store and they're still screwing up, then they'll fire them. There was actually, I heard a story, there was one lady who was the produce manager for our store, and she was a huge drunk, and she had actually been found passed out, drunk sometimes. One time she passed out drunk in her car, fell on her horn, and was just constantly honking in the parking lot. So she got demoted through like every single store. Like she went through each and every store. And then finally she got fired when she got to the bottom. So, yeah, Donna was really pissed off about that. But she's gone now. I never have to see her again. And the new boss, Lisa, she is so nice. And she actually does work, and she listens to us. And when she asks you to make her do something differently, she's not mean about it. She's like, I want to do work for her. I want to do better because I like my boss. And the they basically traded delis, and the deli Donna went to, 3 people have already quit, and she's already been called up to the store director twice for doing things she's not supposed to do. It's hilarious watching her fall apart. It's just beautiful. I mean, I shouldn't wish this much bad things on one person, but she just made my life miserable for like 7 months. So I want her life to be miserable for a little while. Seems fair, you know? Some justice. Justice is good. Um, and with the new boss, I talked to her and I said, you know, I've been working closing shifts for like 6 months straight. Can I stop doing that? Like, you know, get some 9 or 10 o'clock shifts? And she said, sure. And because we got some new people coming in, I'm actually pretty high up the totem pole in seniority for some reason. I am getting like 3 10 to 7s a week and 2 closing shifts a week, which is fine. I don't mind closing. There's some perks to it. You can kind of hang out at night, chill out. It's a little slower. But I am so sick of doing all the crap you have to do. But only doing it like twice a week is good. And I'm going to be getting Fridays and Sundays off. Friday's the only night in the entire week my family can all get together for game night. Because my dad's girlfriend is a school bus supervisor for like the special needs kids. So she has to wake up at like 5 in the morning every day. So the only day we can actually get together a night is Friday because she can stay up, and they always go out Saturday night. It's just the one day that it works out for everyone. We're gonna get together, have home cooked meals, play board games, drink a little. It'll be fun. It'll be good fun. I haven't done that in months and months. I don't really care. I know a lot of people would really want Sundays off. It's not a huge deal for me, but it sounds nice just because Sundays are a majorly busy day at work. And no, stay on this page. And not having to deal with that sounds amazing. And the thing with having Fridays and Sundays off, one of our part-timers can only come in 4:30 to 9, Monday through Thursday, and he makes closing way easier. So that means I only have to deal with him not being there one night a week. That'll be nice. And he's fun to work with, too. And he watches these. So hi, Keenan. How's it going? Yeah, we talk about stuff, and it's good to talk about stuff. Talking about stuff is good. We've all been talking in the deli. We're all gonna go to Avengers 2. So I'm probably like gonna just go around and get a list for everyone. Are you coming to the movie? How many people are you bringing? And I'm probably gonna get like 15 tickets. I don't know. I don't know how early you can Fandango them. I've never done like gotten tickets early. I think the one time I did was when Avengers 1 came out. I stopped by the theater like a few hours early and I picked up tickets. But you know, this is going to be a massive premiere. We want to get... Our theater has something called a Big D. Let me see if I can find it. Anyway, it just... Big D's are supposed to be like really, really nice viewing rooms with... Wow, that's all they have? Really? And we got one in Billings, Montana, huh? Sure. Wow, those are some random places, too. They got one at Missoula? Huh. Anyway, it's really nice. And the screen's big. It's usually in 3D. Seats are really nice. It's a really nice way to watch a movie. So we're probably going to be going for that. And there's only one Big D auditorium in our theater, so... that's what we're going to be shooting for. And hopefully I get to see the movie twice, because I know my family's going to want to see it. And I'm not the kind of person who would usually go to a movie twice, but I have a feeling I'm going to want to see this one twice. I mean, for sure. For sure, for sure. Let's see, what else is going on? Oh, one nice thing about having a new boss, she actually cares that our stuff is broken. Because, like, so many things in our deli have gotten broken lately. Like, some of our plugs don't work. When we're wrapping deli meats, basically, it's a piece of plastic, like plastic roll on the thing, and you wrap it up, and then there's a heat bar at the end, and you put pressure on the heat bar, and it melts the plastic, and it makes it really easy. That broke, so we have to cut it with scissors, and it's a huge pain in the ass. I mean, it's not a huge pain in the ass, but, you know, when you're moving, and we're the busiest store in, like, the state, uh, you gotta, like, you have a huge line of customers, you gotta keep up those extra few seconds for every meat. It adds up real quick, especially when you're stressed out. You got impatient customers, especially on the weekend. Weekend shoppers can be like just huge assholes. They got places to be, and they think that everything should be really fast. And they're silly. They're wrong. Um, so we're getting all that kind of stuff fixed. We're getting a new slicer blade for one of our slicers. Our slicer setup is we have two meat slicer, one cheese slicer, and our second meat slicer chews up like half the meats. Like there's a nick in the blade, and the blade is dull, and it just destroys meat. So unless we're really desperate, we effectively only use one slicer at a time. So hopefully won't have to deal with that anymore. And I know there's a couple other minor repairs they're going to be making that I don't even know about. Oh yeah, one of our fryers won't filter up anymore. The filtration method that's used, you basically drop it down into a pot, and that's where all the filters are, and then you turn on the pump, and it forces the oil through all the filters and then back up into the frying chamber. And the pump just went out a couple nights ago. So when we filter it at night, it's easier for us, the closing crew, but they have to bucket it up in the morning. And we can't do it at night because it's like a few hundred-degree hot oil, and I'm not touching that. That stuff is hurt. That stuff hurts. If you've never gotten an oil burn, it really hurts. And we're kind of just like, I don't know, things have been looking up. We're getting things sorted and proper and good. I don't think I'm gonna be doing any Alien tonight. I'm pretty tired. I kind of want to go to bed. God, I feel like I have more to say this. I'm just in such a happy mood. Like the atmosphere at my deli right now is like a total 180. I come in, people are smiling, people are happy. Even if we're busy, they're enjoying their work because they don't have someone there like just making their lives miserable. Like I was talking with an assistant manager from another deli in town, probably the second busiest one, and he was saying, "Oh, I would hate to have Lisa as my manager. She doesn't do anything." And I'm like, "Oh, that's I've seen her do stuff. Like I see her prepping chicken or frying chicken or taking garbage. Donna never did any of that." Like, well, yeah, wait. Donna didn't do anything. Well, I guess that's way better. I guess, for maybe she doesn't do as much as he thinks a manager should, but Donna literally did nothing to help. She would help customers sometimes begrudgingly, and she'd kind of be a bitch about it. But Lisa will just do things that needs to be done, as far as I can tell. I mean, she's still got to do her manager stuff, and that has to be done. But she's been so damn nice, and she's like, she wants to joke around, and it's just like, I can look forward to going to work again. I get to work with like a ton of awesome friends and a boss I like, a boss I actually want to do better for, and it's good. And I won't be forced to sell out of date food anymore, and yeah, it's real good. So I think I've rambled on enough. I'm kind of getting into scary territory. Let me just see. Oh yeah, I wanted to talk a little about Alien. I will get to it, but one thing that's kind of made me not want to do it. I looked up a walkthrough of the Partomat just to make sure I know where I'm going, because the Partomat is you get to the objective, and then you can't go that way, and it says figure out another way, asshole. And that's shortly after where I accidentally killed the civilian and lost. Let me see. So I looked up a walkthrough on it, and I saw the walkthrough is by chapters. And there's like 6 or 7 more chapters after this. The game is like only half done. And I had heard that complaint about the game before I bought it, that you get rid of the alien like halfway through the game, and then it feels like it should be over, almost over, but then like there's still a ton of stuff left. And I really don't like that. Like, horror games of this nature, where you're hiding a lot, I feel like they should be on the shorter end, because there's only so much fun you can have with hiding in lockers and crouch walking literally everywhere. You know, there's only so much entertainment to be had from that. So I'm kind of ready for it to be over. Especially now that like all the Joes have gone crazy and stuff. Like it feels like it should be wrapping up, but I guess it's not. So I don't, because through all the logs, it made it sound like there's some sort of conspiracy thing going on, and that's fine. You can resolve that, but do you need to take half the game to do it? I'd rather you didn't. I mean, I'm ready to be done with it. I want to move on to something else. It's really, I don't want to be dreading to do it. I mean, I'm sure I'll have fun once I get past the part I'm at, but it just really pissed me off the way I lost. Like, a man was shooting at me. I shot and killed him. Another man behind him was sprinting at me in what looked to me in the dark, because it was very dark, it looked like military camo to me. So I shot him because he was sprinting at me after I had just killed a man. So then I lost. It just doesn't feel right, you know? Like, no. No, no. Well, I'm sure I've gone on for way more than I needed to, so thank you for watching.